Hello, everybody. Welcome back to an episode of the Gamers Podcast. We're back here. It's been a while since we did the last podcast. It's been a while because it's I really only do when there's like lack of games. There's just been a lack of stuff to talk about in terms of gaming. But you guys know I'm a huge Batman Arkham fan, or just Batman in general. I enjoy the movies, all the games and everything. Obviously, you see some Batman gameplay here, which that's another side thing. Depends on the topic or game we're going to be talking about. I'm going to try to make it more relatable. So you know how I kind of switched up Red Dead, character analysis to have Red Dead gameplay or anything like that. And obviously we're talking about Batman here, so I have Batman gameplay. We're trying to make gameplay on, things I talk about more relatable, if it's like games or whatever. If we're obviously talking about Batman here, it's pretty self-explanatory. For whatever, game I'm talking about, from having like GTA gameplay or whatever, if we're talking about GTA, whatever, I have GTA gameplay or Red Dead gameplay. Whatever it is it may be, I'm going to try to make it more relatable. It's just smoother that way. So, like I said, plus more relatable. But anyways, yes, I'm a fan of all the Batman Arkham games. Obviously it's Arkham Knight here in the gameplay. I'm a fan of all the Batman movies, the comic books, whatever it is you name it. I'm a huge Batman fan. We're going to be talking about Arkham Shadow. Now that is a new Arkham game that is announced. And when I first heard about it, I was super excited because I thought, okay, well, Arkham's coming back. They haven't had one in years. I think Arkham Knight released in like 2015, I think, around that time. So it's been quite a long time since the last Arkham game came out. And then I did some more research on it because, I was like, all right, a new Arkham game came out. And sure enough, it's not for PS4, PS5, or any of that. It's for the Meta Quest, which is, if you guys don't know, it's VR. So, and, I was slightly disappointed, to say the least. Now, this is like going into my reaction to it. I was slightly disappointed to find out that it was a VR game. I would really prefer it to be, and that could be a VR game too. And I know VR games, I think Batman Arkham Knight, or one of the Arkham games, is a VR game too, but it's also, for Xbox or whatever. But anyways, I digress. It was slightly disappointing to find out that it was a VR only game. And like I said, I was so excited because I thought they were actually coming out. I mean, they technically are coming out with a new Arkham game. But to find out that it's only on VR is kind of disappointing because obviously, I don't have any VR. I don't have a VR headset or a Meta Quest. But, it was very disappointing to find out. So I did a little bit further research. And I unfortunately, don't plan on getting a VR. I'm not really into VR or anything like that. Unfortunately, I won't be playing it unless it comes to PS4 or Xbox, which, no, probably won't. But, we're gonna be talking about it here. I just want to put that out there, though, that I am disappointed that it is on, disappointed that it's on VR. Just want to put that out there. But I'm getting this from the Batman Arkham Shadow. It's the Batman Arkham Wiki, so it's just talking about the game. So Batman Arkham Shadow is an upcoming superhero virtual reality video game based on the DC Comics superhero Batman, and it is the 8th installment in the Batman Arkham series. It is being developed by Camouflage for Warner Brothers Games, and will be released in late 2024. So that just goes over some things. Now we're going to talk about more of the plot. On May 1st, 2024, the reveal trailer for the game was released, along with a note that more details will be revealed on June 7th during the Summer Game Fest, and the real trailer was met with mixed feedback. Now obviously, I've seen some fans that are slightly upset, just like me, that the game's on VR. I know one of my friends he's also a fellow Arkham fan. He's pretty upset that the game is strictly on VR. It just sucks to see. Now this will be the second game. This is what it says in the wiki here. This will be the second game in the Arkham series where Kevin Conroy, he played Batman. He played in most of the Arkham games. Where Kevin Conroy doesn't portray the role of Batman, especially since Kevin Conroy unfortunately passed away almost 2 years before the game was announced. The Ratcheter games will be the main antagonist, or at least a major antagonist as implied by the swarm of rats seen in the trailer. It is currently unclear when the game will take place, though many speculate that the game is set between the series of Arkham Origins and Arkham Asylum. Roger Craig Smith is implied to be playing the role of Batman in the game as he retweeted the reveal trailer on Twitter, aka X, the Twitter name, X, but then deleted this retweet shortly soon after. This is the second Batman Arkham game to be established in virtual reality, with the first being Batman Arkham VR, which is, I was talking about that earlier. This is the third time a Batman Arkham game was made by another gaming studio besides Rocksteady. The first was Batman Arkham Origins, developed by WB Games Montreal, and the second was Batman Arkham City Lockdown, which was developed by NetherRealm Studios, which if you don't know them, they developed, what's it called? Mortal Kombat, the Mortal Kombat games. Fandoms and all that. Now, some of this stuff, it was a very brief article. It wasn't too long here on the wiki, because we don't know too much about this game. We just saw the trailer and everything. So it's not too much going on with the actual wiki until June 7th. Now, I probably will be making a follow-up podcast regardless of what gaming platform it is on. Now, I'm going to be more going into a little bit more of my honest opinion on it. I already said I was disappointed to see it, but honestly, so I enjoyed the Arkham games, Arkham Knight, most of them, and Origins. Wasn't a big fan of Arkham Origins, but more Arkham Asylum, Arkham Knight, and Arkham City. Those are one of my favorite games out of the Arkham series. Again, Arkham Origins I don't really count. Now, the topic of the Arkham Shadow thing itself, I read some things where fans were outraged. So here, I'm going to actually read a few reviews here. So this is just some people's reaction from Twitter. The Meta Quest is actually $500 to buy. So if you want to play the game, you got to spend $500 first if you don't already have the Meta Quest. So that's just somebody that 500 what? And then somebody else said, "All right, it'll totally improve. That must be why the Joker season came out when it lost 3K players." But again, just super disappointed that it's on. Again, you got to spend $500 if you even want to get a Meta Quest. And Meta is worth it. The Quest is worth it, but just for one game, which would be my case, just to probably play this game. I certainly wouldn't be getting it. Now, I'm sure it's fun to play it on VR. It's more immersive that way, obviously. But the fact that it's just going into VR is just so anticlimactic to me. Like, especially since they haven't released an Arkham game in quite some time now, like a real Arkham game. It just kind of a letdown to not just me, but obviously all the other Arkham fans out there. It's just a real letdown, unfortunately, to people who were anticipating the next Arkham game. And like I said, I saw it was a complete fake out. I saw a new Arkham game. I was like, all right, well, that's cool. And then just to find out that it was on MetaQuest is just unfortunate. It's unfortunate. But yeah, I don't really have too much else to say. I just kind of wanted to read a little bit of that here. And also bringing back the Gamers podcast in general. It's nice to have another podcast, and like I said, I probably will be making up another follow-up podcast after the June 7th announcement. There'll probably be a lot more info than I did have in this video. Now, again, the podcast, Gamers podcast in general, I'm probably only going to be doing it when there's info to talk about. Like, it's kind of like my thoughts, kind of off and on. If there's actual like topics to talk about, of course, I'll come back with it. This series is certainly not going away. I really enjoy doing it. So it's not like it'll ever really go away. But then the other thing, just to remind you, so yeah, we'll be doing more relative gameplay. So like Batman Arkham Knight here, gameplay. So hopefully, it's more immersive that way. So leave a comment down below what you think of all the little changes I'm making. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of Batman Arkham Shadow. Do you think it should be on PS4 or PS5, whatever console it may be, like gaming consoles? Or do you think it should have just stayed on VR? Like, do you think it's a right to make it exclusively on VR? What do you think of the trailer so far? Everything that's came out so far. What do you think of that? Comment down all that down below. Let's discuss. But yeah, that being said, make sure to subscribe for more content like video, stuff, Discord, Twitch, Instagram. Links in the description, and I will see you guys in the next video.